is incompetent. He doesn't have the ability to understand. So this is the second reason where Shaitan, Iblis, deviated, that he used logic over the revelation, over the hukum of Allah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala addressed Iblis and said, قَالَ فَاهْبِطْ مِنْهَا فَمَا يَكُونُ لَكَ أَن تَتَكَبَّرَ فِيهَا فَاخْرُجْ إِنَّكَ مِنَ الصَّاغِرِينَ. Allah said to him, then get you down from here. So now, when these two attributes are developed in the life of an individual, where he becomes arrogant, and when he makes himself superior or his understanding superior than the order what Allah has given. These are the two things that a person, it's very difficult for him to come back. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted to give him a lesson. Allah said, now you get out from here. Okay? So what happened? Iblis said, yes, I'm happy to get out. Now he became in confrontation. He became as an enemy, and he wants to go against Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. فَاهْبِطْ مِنْهَا فَمَا يَكُونُ لَكَ أَن تَتَكَبَّرَ. How is it so that you show pride in front of me? Al-kibriya'u ridai. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that Allah Azza wa Jal says that greatness, it's part of my sheet. And when a person becomes arrogant and has pride in him, then he is taking something which belongs to Allah only. Allah is the possessor, al-mutakabbir, from the sifat of Allah Azza wa Jal. Al-mutakabbir. And this attribute cannot be used for anyone else. Because if this attribute is used for someone else, it has the exact opposite meaning what it fits Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because lahu al-kibriya'u fi samawati wal ard. The one who is always praised in the heavens and earth. And mutakabbir is from that same root word, because mutakabbir is the one who has the ability that he should be praised. There is no other way out. And Allah is the only being who has this sifa that he should only be praised and he should be given honor and respect and pride towards. So Allah says, "Anta takabbara fiha." You are having, you are arguing and you are having pride in front of me, arrogance here. So get out. فَخْرُجْ إِنَّكَ مِنَ الصَّاغِرِينَ. You are one of the degraded. So you did takabbur, but Allah made you the worst. Right? The Prophet ﷺ said, "Man tawada'a lillah rafa'ahu Allah." The one who shows his humbleness in front of Allah, Allah elevates him. And the one who has pride, Allah degrades him. Innaka min as-saghirin, you became from the lowest people. Because it doesn't suit for the creation to have pride over in front of the Creator. This is the Creator, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now, instead of realizing his mistake and telling Allah that I made a mistake, قَالَ أَنذِرْنِي إِلَى يَوْمِ يُبْعَثُونَ. He went on to challenge in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He said, "Oh Allah, I want you to give me time until the day of judgment, until when we are resurrected. We have been resurrected again." قَالَ إِنَّكَ مِنَ الْمُنظَرِينَ. Allah says, you have been given your time. You have been granted respite. قَالَ فَبِمَا أَغْوَيْتَنِي لَأَقْعُدَنَّ لَهُمْ صِرَاطَكَ الْمُسْتَقِيمِ ثُمَّ لَآتِيَنَّهُمْ مِنْ بَيْنِ أَيْدِيهِمْ وَمِنْ خَلْفِهِمْ وَعَنْ أَيْمَانِهِمْ وَعَنْ شَمَائِلِهِمْ وَلَا تَجِدُ أَكْثَرَهُمْ شَاكِرِينَ. So he said, Iblis, now that you have led me astray, this is addressing to the human being, to Adam alayhi salam. Addressing to Adam alayhi salam, فَبِمَا أَغْوَيْتَنِي. That now you had led me astray, I will certainly sit for them in ambush on your straight path. So Shaitan said, Allah, and he addressing to Adam, that you have led me astray, I will make sure that every creation, every child of yours deviates. Whenever there is a right path, shaitan will come in and he will bring dispute and make people fight. Or he will deviate them from the right path. So that's the work of shaitan. What happens is, a lot of times the person starts off with doing something very good, and he is on the right track. But now, when shaitan comes and attacks him, he is so confident that he's doing the right thing that shaitan takes his confidence and uses him on the wrong direction. وَهُمْ يَحْسَبُونَ أَنَّهُمْ يُحْسِنُونَ صُنْعًا. And Allah describes that this person thinks that I'm doing the right thing. So that's what shaitan does. This is why never be so sure about your own ability. This is why Rasul alayhi salatu wasalam has taught us, whenever you have a difficult matter, these are the ways to solve it. You make a consultation with those who are expert in the field. You make istikhara and get the opinion of Allah. And you ask Allah to guide you and put you on the right path. And keep you guided on the right path. These are all procedures that are required throughout the entire course. Ka'ab Ahbar radiyallahu rahimahullah mentions that لولا كلمات أقولهن لجعلني اليهود حمارا. That if there weren't some statements that I used to recite for my protection, the Jews have made me into donkey. Meaning a person needs protection. And remember, those who are doing the good work, they need more protection. Why? Because a thief only comes to that house where there is something there. He doesn't rob an empty house. And shaitan is the thief for human being. He wants to come and steal our good deeds. So he knows that you've got good deeds. He knows that you have good a'mal. So now he wants to come and ruin it and take it from you. So Allah's shaitan said, لَأَقْعُدَنَّ لَهُمْ صِرَاطَكَ الْمُسْتَقِيمِ. Whenever there is sirat al-mustaqim, which you are being told to ask Allah in every single salah in more than 16 times a day. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم. Allah's shaitan says, I'm going to sit on that sirat al-mustaqim. I will be right there. And whenever you want to be on sirat al-mustaqim, I will use all my force to make sure that you do not go on sirat al-mustaqim. And what's the success of this human being? The success of this human being is to follow what sirat al-mustaqim is. ثُمَّ لَآتِيَنَّهُمْ. And look at my force, how I will convince you. Then I will come upon them from their front side, and from their behind, and from their right, and from their left. And you will not find most of them grateful. So I will use all my forces, front, back, top, bottom. So what is that? That the attack of shaitan can be in many different ways. It can be as powerful as the wind. It can be as powerful as the sun. It will show brightness. It will show greatness. So that's why. And then shaitan says, وَلَا تَجِدُ أَكْثَرَهُمْ شَاكِرِينَ. You will not find most of them grateful. So now, what is the greatest weapon to protect oneself from shaitan? The first thing we need to start is from shukr. Being thankful to Allah Azza wa Jal. Because being thankful, it's what shaitan doesn't want. وَلَا تَجِدُ أَكْثَرَهُمْ شَاكِرِينَ. Shaitan says that I will make majority of them unthankful. And shukr comes from many different components. Shukr of the mind, soul, tongue, acknowledgement of things, what Allah has given you, ability to think. You know, a lot of times when you are having a discussion, you have this great idea that you share with other people and everyone's like, yeah, you know, what a great idea, nice. And you take the credit for it. In fact, this credit was given for the thank of Allah Azza wa Jal, who has put this idea in your mind. When you're at work, you're in a meeting and they're consulting you and you come up with this genius idea that everyone around the table accepts, and he says, oh well, this is a very nice idea, and you know, you brought this idea, so now you lead the project, you know, and you've been given that project, and you all boast to yourself, okay, you know, it's because of this nice idea that I gave. All of these things are, part of the shukr of Allah, that we connect everything to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When a person connects his accomplishments to Allah and his defects to his own shortcomings, this is an individual who is going on a path of progress. And when a person will blame his shortcomings upon others and be unthankful from what Allah Azza wa Jal has given him by not thanking Him when there is an opportunity where he's supposed to thank Allah, then this person's declining starts. There is no progress. La khayra fihi. As the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ described, there is no khair in this person. There is no khair in him. Meaning his existence does not bring khair to anybody. So when you see a person with that type of behavior, a person needs to become awakened and take measures that, he doesn't fall into the trap or other people are falling into. And then Allah Azza wa Jal says to Iblis, قَالَ خُرُجْ مِنْهَا مَذْءُومًا مَدْحُورًا. Allah says to Iblis, get out from here, condemned and rejected. Mad'um, madhur. Rejected and condemned. There is no izzah for you. لَمَنْ تَبِعَكَ مِنْهُمْ لَأَمْلَأَنَّ جَهَنَّمَ مِنْكُمْ أَجْمَعِينَ. Whoever will follow you, I will fill hell with all of them together. So whoever will follow you will go on the same destination as you are going, which is the hellfire. Now the discussion changes from ayah number 19, where Allah talks about Adam alayhi salam. And He's saying that, oh Adam, this is what you're supposed to do in Jannah. So now this discussion finished, where Iblis denied to go in front of, prostrate in front of Adam. He had a discussion in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He gave threat to Adam alayhi salam that I will make sure I will sit on the path and deviate everyone. Now Allah is addressing Adam alayhi salam. Don't worry about Iblis. He's going to do his thing, but you got to do what you have to do. So that's what the next discussion is. We will inshallah continue from here, ayah number 19. We ask Allah to grant us the understanding, ability to practice. Amin ya Rabbal Alameen. Jazakumullahu khairan. Subhanallah wa bihamdi. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdik. Wa nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk.